of you. So there you go, guys. Prepare yourself. Try to solve with me, paper and pencil. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So here we are. We have here today, guys, math revision worksheet, final term. Yes. The next section's 37 questions we have. I will send for you this worksheet once we finish. Number one, question number one. Let's start directly. Number one, we have in all here how many pages? So 34 pages. So try today at least half of them, 17. Okay, Bismillah. Which type of conic section is this equation? Yes, quickly tell me the answer. Huh? X minus h all squared over a square plus y minus all square. Yes. Is it ellipse? Is it circle? Is it parabola?
ellipse.
It's an ellipse because it's plus. Or it could be ellipse, it could be circle also. Right? In case of A and B are equal.
Yes, if A and B are same, yeah, it will be circle.
Yeah, it will be circle. So we have to write here. This is a mistake in the question. We should write here. يعني شرط نكتب إن A should be greater than B. So to be ellipse. Okay, next question. Which type of conic section is this equation?
Circle.
Habibi, it's a hyperbola. Hyperbola. Okay. Okay. Because it's this one. I'm talking about two. Oh, sorry. أنا بصيت على three. Yes, it's a circle. Yes.
I was confused.
yeah, I confused. Nice. Number three. Yes, number three. Pick up all of you guys. Which type of conic section is this equation? It's a hyperbola. Number four. Which type of conic section is this equation? Huh? Yes, answer, guys.
Parabola. Yes.
It's what parabola opens right or left here. Right, opens up or down because the squaring is on x. Next question, number five. Which type of conic section is this equation? Yes, what should we do here to know? We wrote it before, guys. We said we should multiply what by what. Yes, we have to identify A and B. Something like the B squared minus 4AC.
So it will be parabola, right? Yes.
Yes. Yes, تعال. 1 minute, please, guys. Yes, to identify this equation, guys, I think that we have a rule. This rule that you have to. Yes, it's here. No, not this one. There's a rule, guys, like the B squared minus 4AC. Just it's here. B squared minus 4AC, and you check if it's greater than 0 or less than 0 or exactly 0. Like this. So we have to identify the A and B and C. So the A owes is the coefficient of what? Of x squared. And the B is equal to the coefficient of y squared of xy. The B is the coefficient of xy, and there is no xy term here, so it's 0. Okay, and yes, and then C. What's C here? The C is equal to what's the C, guys? The C here is the coefficient of y squared. So there is no y squared here, so it's also 0. So it's parabola, right? Because, guys, when you do B squared minus 4AC, when you do here, b squared minus 4ac gonna give us here b squared is 0 minus 4 times a1 times c, which is 0. So it's all 0. So it's a parabola. Okay. So it's a circle, guys, in case of a and c are equal. And it's ellipse in case of in a times c is greater than 0. That's parabola in case of one of the c or b, one of the c or a equals to 0. Okay, but not both of them. يعني مثلا a0 is 1 بس القلم فصل معي. a is 1 and c is 0. a is 1 and b is 0. Okay. Yes, yes. So because a is 1 and c is 0, yes, the c here is equal to 0. So when any one of them is equal to 0, either a or c equal to 0, so it's a parabola. Okay, next question, which type of conic sections in this equation? Yeah, which one is greater here? The 12 is greater and it's underneath under the y squared. So
Yes.
it's what? Parabola or ellipse or circle or hyperbola? It's what? Because it's minus, guys, so it's what? Hyperbola.
Hyperbola.
Yeah, hyperbola. Right. Number 7, which type of conic section is this equation? It's very simple here. It's what? It's a
Circle.
circle.
Circles.
Its radius is 3 and the center is 3 and negative 5. Which type of conic section is this equation? Which type of conic? What?
Hyperbola.
Sheikh. Why hyperbola?
The number 8, right?
Number 8, yes. Let's identify the a. The a is the coefficient of x squared, so it's negative 9. And the b is the coefficient of xy, and there is no term here is xy. And yes, the c here is the coefficient of y squared, which is 1. So when you multiply, guys, a by c, when you multiply a by c, let's multiply a by c. Yeah. What's the
Negative
product
9.
of a and c? Gives a negative 9,
Yes.
which is negative less than 0. Negative 9 less than 0.
Yes.
Okay. So when we have this, guys, what we have, multiply a by c, find b squared minus 4ac, or multiply a and c not equal, so it's not circle. A and c not equal, it's not ellipse. A and c equal, no, so it's not circle, it's not ellipse. A times c is not greater than 0 to be ellipse. A times c is not greater than 0 to be ellipse. But a times c is less than 0, so it's what? Hyperbola. Okay. This is the way to identify your conic section from the general equation. This equation is called the general equation. Yeah. Which type of conic section is this equation? X equals y plus 4 all squared minus 1. It's parabola.
Yes.
Why parabola? Because the squaring here on what? Why it's parabola. Tamam. It's D. Next, which type of conic section is this equation? X minus 1 all squared is equal to y squared over 25 equals to 1.
So 25 over ellipse.
This one has a denominator of 1, so it's ellipse. Ellipse, augmented what? Vertical. Like this equation is a general form. How to identify quickly the conic section? We will find the A, we will find B, we will find C. The A is the coefficient of x squared.
3.
The B is the coefficient of xy. There is no term here xy, so it's B. And the C is the coefficient of y squared, which is 2. Yes, next step is to multiply A by C. Yes, AC, is it greater than 0 or less than 0 or exactly equal 0? Okay, let's check.
Than 0.
Yes, it's greater than 0 because 3 times 2 is 6 greater than 0. So when A times C is greater than 0 and A not equal to C, so it's a ellipse. It's ellipse. Okay, but when the product of A and C negative number less than 0 and A and C not equal, so it's a hyperbola. Which type of conic section is this in question 12? Easy. It's what?
Circle, Mr.
Circle has a center 0, 0 and radius root 30. Number 13. What is the directrix of the parabola? What's the directrix of the parabola? Yes, we said the equation is x minus h all squared is equal to 4p and y minus k. Right. So the equation of the directrix is equal to the value of p. So we have 4p is equal to 8. 4p is equal to this 8. Okay, so p is equal to 2. So when you graph here this parabola, you have to plot first the center, which is 4 and -3, and then you should move right or left, guys, or up or down. You should move up. Where? Because the squaring is on x. Okay, so we should move up 2 units and plot your focus, and then from the center, which is 4 and -3, we're gonna move down 2 units. Okay. So from 3, we're gonna move down. We have -4 and -3. When we move down 2 units, it will be -5. Again, to graph this parabola, we should start first by plotting our center, our vertex. The vertex موجود عند ال H وال K. And the H and K in this situation is 4 and -3. So here's the 4 and the -3, for example, here. So this is the vertex. You know, to plot your focus بتعتمد على value of P. The P is 2. يعني I'm gonna move from the vertex 2 units up. So we are in -3. So نطلع فوق 2 units. So we are in -1. We put the focus and the parabola opens up since the P is positive. And the directrix will be a horizontal line, has an equation y equals -5 because you should move down 2 units. So your directrix is C, y equals -5. Easy? Okay, easy, guys. طيب, next question, what's the focus? What's the focus of the following parabola? Yes. The focus is the value of P. Always the focus is the value of P. And since the squaring here in the Y, on the Y, so the parabola opens to the left. Why to the left, not to the right? Because -2 here, okay? Because the value of 4P is negative and the value of P is negative. So the P is negative, what, guys? We let here 4P equals -12 and P dividing by 4 gives -3. Because the P is negative here, so opens left here. The parabola opens to the left. Okay. So what's the focus, guys? To graph this parabola, we have to plot first your vertex. The vertex is at, who can tell me the vertex? Vertex is H and K. It's at -5 and 2. So we move -5 and move up 2 and plot your vertex. One minute, please, guys. Okay, guys. So here the vertex is at -5 and 2. And then from this point, we have to move up. We have to move up or down or right or left. We have to move to the left. Why, mister? Because the squaring is on the Y. So we have to move to the left 3 units. So from this vertex, I'm gonna move 3 units to the left. Okay, with me, 1, 2, 3. And plot your point here, which is the focus. So we can easily now find the focus. The parabola will be like this. And you should move from the focus 6 units up and 6 units down, which is the length of the latest rectum, absolute value of 4p, absolute value of -12, which is 12. So the latest rectum here, guys, represents the length of, or the total distance between any 2 points on the parabola and passes through the focus. So السؤال بيكلمك عن what are the coordinates of the focus. So it's negative what here? We said -5. So here -6, -7, -8. It should be -8 and what value? It should be what here? P is -3. So we're gonna move 3 units to the left. Yeah, from -5 and 2. Yes. Oh, because guys, I said for you guys before for this mistake ان انت بتاخد ال H وال K غلط. تحط ال H as -5 and the K as what? And the K as 2. It should be 2 and what, guys? The vertex. It should be 2 and the -5. الله يسامحك. طيب 2 and the -5. Okay, 2 and the -5. So we have to plot here at 2 and the -5 the vertex. 1, 2 and -5. We move down here to -5. This is the vertex, and moving to the left 3 units. We are at 2. So it's at -1 and the -5. So your answer is D. The focus here, guys, will be at -1 and same, which is -5. But it's clear here. It has a rule, but أنا ما بستخدم الرول، بشتغلها كده أحسن. You know, guys, how to graph, you will be able to find the coordinates of the focus and the directions. Okay, so here is the focus, and also you will find that the function here opens to the left, and the length of the latest rectum is 12, means that you're gonna move 6 units up here, okay, and 6 units down, and then connect the parabola like this, but no need to graph it. You don't have a space here to graph it, okay? Okay. So the focus is at -1 and -5. If you have any question, ask. Next question, number 15, true or false? When the x part is square, the parabola opens up or down? True or false? When we have, guys, this equation, x minus h all squared is equal to 4p into y minus k. Okay? So the parabola opens what, guys? The parabola exactly opens up or down. So when the squaring is on, the x opens up or down. And when the squaring is on y, opens right and left. So it's true. Number 16, what's the center of the ellipse? Who can tell me here what's the center of the ellipse? Center is at h and k. And the center here is
C, 1 and 0.
Yes, correct, 1 and 0. So it's a C. Thank you, Spag. Next question, write the equation, or write an equation for the ellipse with each set of characteristics. So then answer the question. Yes, this is a very important question. We have, guys, some characteristics mean the ellipse. Vertices at -2 and -4 and -2 and 8. Okay, and the length of the minor axis is 10. What is the center of the ellipse? Excellent. I would like to write first the equation of this ellipse. So who can solve this question, guys? When I say that we have two vertices at -2, -4, -2, and 8, and when you imagine your graph quickly like this, here is -2, and I will move down to plot the first vertex, which is at -4, فاهمين? And then this is the first vertex, for example, and the second vertex will be at 8, here like this. So who can tell me, guys, Is it vertical or horizontal ellipse? Yes, you're right. It's what? X squared, and here x squared. Yes, and since we have, guys, -2, so I think that the center is at -2 and what, guys? We will see. -2 and what value? So we have x minus h all squared and y minus k all squared and over a squared and b squared. And this must equal to 1 at the right side. So because the length of the minor axis is equal to 10, so we said before that the length of the minor axis is equal to 2b. So the b is 5. So when I say that b is 5, so from this point -2, I'm gonna move what? I'm gonna move what, guys? I'm gonna move to the right 5 units and to the left 5 units because this ellipse is vertical. From -2 moving 5, so we will stop at 3 and 0. And from here, -2, we move to the left 5 units, count 5 units from -2. So we will stop at -7. Okay, and the ellipse will be like this. Come on, it's not drawn to scale, and not accurate. It should be vertical. Yes, the minor axis is 10 and the major axis is what? 12. Right? What's the distance between -4 and 8? 12. So because here A is equal to 6 and the B is equal to 5, why 6? Because the length of the major axis is 12, so half of it is 6. And here it's what, guys? 12, and this is 5. So it's not at -2 and 0. We have to move it up. Sure. We have to move up this ellipse, guys. We have to move it up. It's not at -2 and 0. So since we have -2 and -4, so this one should be what, guys? -2 and 2. -2 and 2. So the center is at -2 and 2. Why, mister? Because the length of the major axis should be 12. 6 up and 6 down the center. So the center, when it's at -2 and 0, we will move down 4 units, but up we will move up 8 units. It's not fair. It should be 6 up and 6 down from the center. So it should be at -2 and 2. So this x-axis, guys, should we should move it down, yeah. Okay. And then we have the major axis is at -2 and 2. And this is what is 2. Okay. So the equation will be here 36 and y, but 36 will be here because it's bigger than, it should be under the y, and the a squared will be what? 25. And this is the equation. Easy? Not easy. Yeah, you have to concentrate, guys, on this kind of questions. Again, the characteristics here, vertices at -2, -4, -2, and the 8. So the length of the major axis that connected to vertices in the ellipse is 12. So half of it is 6. So the center should be at -2, -2 عشان تقدر توزع صح. -2 and -4. Okay. And -2. From -2 and 2, you're gonna move up 6 units to -2 and 8. The length of the minor axis is 10 عشان تقدر تجيب منها ال B. 2B equals 10 and B is 5. So the ellipse is vertical and the big number will be below the y squared. And what's the center now? X minus -2, يعني x plus 2 all squared over 25, and then plus y minus what's k? The k is 2, so -2 all squared over 36 is 1. So he's asking you about the equation and also the center, and very easy now. So your answer is A. What direction does the parabola open here? Y minus 9 all squared equals -40 x plus 4. So up or down, right or left? Since the squaring here is on y and there is a -4p, so it opens to the left. Again, the squaring is on y, يعني the power 2 is on y, and the value of 4p is negative 40. So 4p is equals to negative 40, and p is equal to negative 10. So opens left. The parabola here opens right or left, and it's squaring on y. That's because p is negative, so opens left. Number 19, what is a in the equation? What's the value of a? What does it mean, guys? What is a, Aslan? Who can tell me what is a in the equation? I think he means p, guys, because some other books name this p as a. So what is p in the equation? So it's simple here, okay? 4p is equal to negative 40, and its p is equal to negative 10. So it's the same equation up here. So the p is negative 10. Yes, what's the equation, Aslan, guys? It's y minus k all squared is equal 4px, 4p into x minus
X
h.
minus
So you
H.
should, yes, لازم تكون حافظ هذا الايه ال4. So the value of p is negative 10, and 4p is equal to negative 40. Yes, write an equation for the ellipse with each set of characteristics, and then answer the question. Write the equation first, and then answer the question. What is the center of the ellipse? The vertices for 3 and for negative 9. So I think that 4 is constant, and the 3 and negative 9 is changeable. So we can find the distance between these 2 points, and the distance represents here the major axis, the length of the major axis. Again, guys, what's the length of the major axis? Is the distance between the vertices, the 2 vertices we have for 3 and for negative 9. So the length between 4, 3 and 4, negative 9 is what, guys? 12, right?
12, yes, 12.
Yes, 12. 3 minus 9, which is 12. So
Yes,
2a
but
equals
we don't
12.
need the length of the major axis to find the center.
Which we would like to write the equation. So here we will say that the length of the major axis is equal to a. Always the length of the major axis is 2a equals 12, and the a now is 6.
6.
We now have the a. It's given also the length of the
The
minor
axis is 8, so b is 4.
So p is what?
4.
2b. 2b is equal to
8, and b is 4.
b is 4. So we have now also the b. So simply we can find we can write the equation? No. We still have the
still
center.
need to find the center. The center is the midpoint between the 2 vertices.
Excellent. You can find quickly the midpoint by using the midpoint
4,
formula.
4 6.
حلو. Midpoint.
لا كده غلط زي 4 6.
Midpoint formula.
4 negative 3 عفوا 4 negative 3.
4 plus 4 over 2, comma 3 plus negative 9 over 2.
Yes.
The midpoint formula. So it's 8 over 2, which is
4
and
4 negative 3. 4 negative 3.
Negative 6 over 2, which is negative 3.
Negative 3.
So this is
so
the
answer
center.
is D.
Excellent, Omar. بهاء الدين. Excellent, حبيبي. So 4 and negative 3, 4 and negative 3, the center. ده كده answer the question. قال لك كمان write the equation of this what? Ellipse. You need to minimize it like this to write the equation. The equation is what, guys? So opens what? Right, left, up, down. The equation parabola opens what here? Ellipse قصدي. No, it's ellipse here. بحسبها parabola. طيب, so sorry. X minus h all squared. So the h here is 4, and the k here is negative 3. So it's x minus 4 all squared over, and y minus k, y plus 3 all squared, because k is negative, and negative is positive, over the k is equal to 1. Oh, sorry, what is a? It's a 6. So what is a squared is 36. Again, what's p4? So what's p squared is 16. Which one is bigger? 36. So 36 would be here and 16 here, because it's ellipse, and we know دايما الكبير بيكون. But here it's which one is bigger, guys? The major axis is bigger. Yes. So it's a horizontal ellipse. Okay. So your equation is Any question? Any question? We still have 4 minutes, so let's continue this page. I'll complete this
No,
page.
Mr.
معايا
Thank you.
number
No
21.
questions. No questions.
It's a given.
Thank you.
It's a given here, guys. I will maximize here the page عشان تشوف ال characteristics here. Foci is 3, 1, and 3, -5. This for an ellipse. This for what? Ellipse. Some characteristics of an ellipse. Foci 3, 1, 3, -5. Endpoints of minor axis 7, -2, -1, -2. Yes, so the minor axis has endpoints on the 7, -2, -1, -2. So it's augmented vertically, right? It's horizontally. 7, -2 and -1, -2. The midpoint also between these 2 points is the center of this ellipse. So to find the equation quickly, you can find the midpoint of these 2 points by adding the x's and divide by 2 and adding the y's and divide by 2. 7 and -1 is 6 over 2 is 3. We just add here, guys, wake up, please. 7 and the -2 gives 6 على 2 is 3. And add up again here, -2 and the -2, when we add them up, gives a -4 divided by 2 is -2. So the center C is at 3 and -2. Which equation here has a center of 3 and -2? B and D and also A and also what? C, all over. So أولى حلوة. طيب. The foci is at 3, 1 and 3, -5. So the equation of the foci here. But what's B first? What's B, guys? Look at the endpoints of minor axis is equal to 7, -2, 7, -1 and -2. So the midpoint gives the center. And from the center 3 and -2, we can imagine 3 and -2 here, and you move the 2 what? 7, -2. Okay, and the distance between them and the -2 here. So what's the distance between 7 and the -1? Sorry, 7 and -1. Yes. Here is B1 and here's B2. Semi covertex 1 and the covertex 2. Yes. So what's the distance between them? The distance is equal to here 7. You moved 7 and then you moved 1 more unit. So it's 8 in all. Right? This is the minor axis. So the length of the minor axis 2B is equal to 8. So the B is equal to 4 by dividing by 2. So the squaring of the B is 16. Okay. Foci. C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. And the foci here, it's given 3, right? 3 here is the center. For the center, and we moved up 1 unit. Yes, we have 3, 1. 3, 1. This is the first point. 3 and -5. So what's the distance between these 2 points? Yeah, what's C exactly? From 1 to -5, how many units? 6 units, okay? Yes. So what's the C here? Do you know, guys? The distance between F1 and F2 is equal to 6. So we can find here C squared is equal to C only is 6 and C squared is equal to 36 is equal to the A, which is unknown, and the B it's given 16. Okay. So what is A? A squared is equal to 36 plus 16. A squared here is equal to 36 plus 16. Yes. 52? No. So it's not 36. Okay, we will not C squared as 36. We should know the position of C. The C only is this point. How many units we moved from the center to 3 and 1? Okay, the center is 3 and -2. We just moved up from here, -2 to 1. So we moved the 3. So the C squared is 9 because the C is a 3. The C is a 3, not 6, guys. In all, it's a 6, I said. So this is my bad. So it's all at 6. So each one is a 3. So C is a 3. C squared is 9. And we can simply now add. So it's a 25. This is the A. So we will choose the one that it's vertical and the 25 is below the Y squared. So your answer is B. Okay. Your answer is what? Is B. It's not easy question. Okay. So I'd like you guys to revise this kind of questions till now, 21. Okay, study these questions well, especially number 21 and the number 20 and also this one here, number 17. Okay, and then we're gonna continue, inshallah, tomorrow we have 2 periods. Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Welcome, Assalamu alaikum.